Meet Dr. Aditya Rawat and his wife, Shruti. They are at the peak of their lives, expecting a child, living in a brand new home, and sitting at the helm of the pristine Good Life Hospital medical empire. But inside their new home, their private life is unraveling. A string of terrifying, highly targeted accidents is tearing through their sanctuary, nearly striking them at every turn. Look at this shattered glass. A 64-year-old chandelier suddenly crashed from the ceiling. What makes this impossible is how it landed. The unbroken crystals arranged themselves on the floor into a perfect cross. Enter Detective Gajraj Awasthi. He's a man who reads the microscopic details of a room, like the exact angle of grass stuck to a shoe, to solve cases that defy logic. Awasthi quickly notices a pattern in the chaos. The falling chandelier, appliances turning on by themselves, these objects brush right past the couple. If the entity wanted to kill them, it easily could have. This diagram illustrates what's really happening. Household appliances in standby mode leak what's known as phantom energy. The entity is manipulating this exact energy bleed to send a message, activating devices to Awasthi in a very specific direction. These disturbances are intentional signals, a map forcing the detective to look precisely where the Rawats refuse to. Tracing the dates and locations of the phantom energy spikes leads Awasthi straight to a physical proxy, a woman named Mary Matthews. Mary runs the Asha Foundation, a humble charity caring for severely injured accident victims. Yet Awasthi finds a massive red flag. She has zero digital footprint. There are no records, no social media or history, but he recognizes her face. The humble charity worker is biologically identical to Anjali Malhotra, the daughter of a billionaire industrialist. For a billionaire's daughter to trade her status for a nameless charity ward, her entire identity must have undergone a total, inexplicable shift. Digging into Anjali's past, Awasthi uncovers a police report from December 24th. The car crash document was aggressively scrubbed, critical details completely erased. But whoever altered it missed one tiny detail at the bottom, the signature of the truck driver, Ramakant Yadav. The ghost's chosen proxy is directly tied to an expensive, highly orchestrated cover-up. The supernatural events in the Rawat home are rooted in a very human, high-stakes crime. Awasthi tracks down the driver. Ramakant confirms that on the night of the crash, he personally carried a critically bleeding Anjali into Dr. Rawat's emergency room. The billionaire father claims Anjali traveled to Los Angeles for minor cosmetic surgery after the accident. Awasthi confronts a bottle of sorbitrate pills. Sorbitrate is a highly specific medication used strictly as an emergency treatment for severe cardiac patients. A healthy 25-year-old recovering from cosmetic surgery would never need them. The high-velocity collision caused a severe myocardial contusion, physically shredding Anjali's heart muscle until it was completely medically non-functional. This diagram maps out the corruption. The billionaire father funneled massive capital to fund the hospital's entire new wing. In exchange, he forced Dr. Rawat to override medical ethics and perform an off-the-books heart transplant. They successfully executed a black market surgery to save the heiress. But that leaves a terrifying question. Where exactly do you procure a perfectly matching human heart in the middle of the night? We have to return to the night of December 24th, inside room 11 of Good Life Hospital. Inside that room lay Amy R. Matthews. She was a humble charity worker in a coma, slowly showing signs of improvement. She also had the exact same blood type as the dying heiress. Dr. Rawat and Shruti violated the core oath of their profession. They pulled the plug on a helpless patient, harvesting Amy's heart to secure their hospital's funding. But medicine cannot account for cellular memory. When Amy's heart was placed into Anjali's chest, the murdered woman's spirit violently possessed the host. The stolen heart completely overwrote the billionaire heiress. Her body adopted the name Mary Matthews, and she unknowingly dedicated her new life to finishing Amy's charity work. Amy didn't want blind revenge against the doctors. She orchestrated the localized haunting for a single purpose: to guide a brilliant detective to uncover the truth of her own murder. Medical ethics were breached for money, but the universe forces its own balance. No amount of wealth, power, or erased records can stop a stolen heart from beating its way towards justice.